Subtracting a negative. Let's start with 5 minus a negative 3. Keep in mind, if you're subtracting a negative, you're actually taking away the negative. So 5 minus a negative 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive chips here, and 3 red negative ones. When I subtract a negative, I'm taking away a debt. So this is actually these negative chips right here. If I were doing this at my desk with integer chips, I would flip them over because I'm taking away, I'm subtracting the negatives, and they're turning into positives. So in all, I have 8 positives. When you take away the negative, that turns into a plus, a positive. You're adding. Okay, so I start at 5 on my number line, and I'm subtracting, so you're going to think you're going to move to the left, but when you realize I'm subtracting a negative, you're going to move to the right. 3, 1, 2, 3, and you stop at 8. Now I have negative 3 minus a negative 4. Again, subtracting a negative. When you subtract a negative, you get rid of the negative. So I'm taking away a debt. That changes to plus. Negative 3 plus 4. Okay, these were 3 negatives, and these were 4 negatives. But since I'm subtracting the negatives, I change them to 4 positives. These cancel out, and I have 1 positive left. I'm going to start with a negative 3. I owe $3, and I owed $4, but my friend said I didn't have to pay him back, so he took away that debt. Okay, I owed $3. I have 4. I got to keep the 4, so I'm moving in a positive direction to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I end up with $1 left. All right, last one. 8 minus a negative 6. So I have 8 positive chips and 6 negative chips. Again, I'm subtracting a negative. That means take away the negative. When you see a subtraction sign and a negative sign side by side like that, you can just go ahead and turn them into a plus sign. It's addition. It's 8 plus 6 because you're taking away the negatives. So since I'm taking away these negatives, every one of those just became positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives. These were already positives. That's 14 positives. Let's do that, jump that on the number line. Start at 8, move in a positive direction, 6 jumps. And I stop at 14. In conclusion, when we subtract a negative, the negatives cancel and there is only positive left. Okay, I need you to pause your computer right here and try these out. And when you're done, I want you to press play and I will go over them with you. Number 1, a plane is 400 feet in the air and a sub is 200 feet below sea level. What is the difference between the two numbers? So we have a plane that's 400 feet in the air. We have sea level, which we've learned is 0. And we have a sub that is 200 feet below the sea. And we want to know what the difference is between those numbers. So So difference, we need to know, first of all, means distance. So what is the distance from the sub to the airplane? Well, from negative 200 to 0 is 200 feet, and from 0 to 400 is 400 feet. So add the two together, and the total distance would be 600 feet. When you write it out, in the past, whenever you've seen difference, what's the difference between 4 and 2? You would say 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. You need to subtract. Just like you've always known to subtract, in this same case, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to subtract when you see the word difference. So 400 minus a negative 200. In this scenario, we're subtracting a negative number. And when you subtract a negative number, when we have a subtraction sign and a negative sign next to each other, we're taking away the negative. So that becomes a positive. 400 plus 200 is 600. Number 2, 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus a negative 7, we're subtracting a negative, so that's going to become plus. When you take away the negative, all that's left is positive. 8 plus 7 is 15. Negative 2 minus a negative 1. Again, when you subtract a negative, all that's left is positive. When you take away the negativity, all that's left is positivity. So we have negative 2 plus 1. And if we owe $2 and we have $1, then we still owe $1. Number 5, negative 4 minus 3. Negative 4 minus 3, I owe $4. I owe $3 more altogether. I owe $7. And 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6, I have $1. I owe $6. I pay $1, so I still owe $5.